Okay, now moving on to the next presentation. It's also coming from another leading equipment maker, Shenzhen S.C. We have Homer Chen, who is going to speak on unlocking optimization potential in TOPCon and related production solutions. Homer, the floor is yours.
Hello. Hello, everyone. No matter where you are, it is always welcome to join us. And today I will talk about the third topic. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hold on. And then here it goes. So today my topic is the unlock optimization potential in TOPCon and related product solutions. My name is Homer, and I'm the associate dean for our research institute in Shenzhen. And first of all, I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We name it as a China SC. What SC means is success comes from creativity. And today's topic, I'm going through 4 sections. First, the trend. TOPCon still is the mainstream in the market, no doubt about it. So here it goes. Is there a bars on the screen? Okay, got it. Yes. So a little bit about the market trends. Aligned with the ITR-PV, but this is the slope that we go through. We will hit it on 1 tetrawatt at least for 2030. So in this graph, you will see the TOPCon still be the major role for the global supply. After the COVID sections, the more domestic part rising and being recognized in China. So China still will be the major equipment delivery and also the module maker in the world. And what we see here is the bottom-up forecast that the PERC should be died out within next year. And then the TOPCon will dominate the market for at least 5 to 10 years. Perovskite will catch on a little bit. You will heard a lot of noise over here, but still, lifetime issues keeps it not get to the mainstream. XPC is coming, but with higher efficiency, but costly. Heterojunction still needs the cost reduction, not only for silver paste, but also the capital expenditures. So all in law, still in summary or in key issue will be the return on investment. Whoever wants to invest in the solar PV market, still the TOPCon will help them to return their investment the shortest time. A little bit about the vacuum depositions. Everyone knows that there is a tube and a plate type equipment platform. So this is just to give you an idea about the mass production for the tube equipment compared with the plate. Plate has a less throughput. Well, the history might repeat again, just like what happened to Ross and Roll being replaced by Centralson. The tube will still be the most efficiency equipment for productions. And this tells that the reality is the heterojunctions, and here will be the 2 leftover company within the major trend, the blue C in TOPCon. This is the major trend at this very moment in mainland China. And we compare the 3 types of the solar cells. You can see that theoretically higher efficiency over here. This is the rooftop, and then the golden samples over here. And then actually we're talking about the reality, the mass production efficiency, especially this is for the average mass product. And then the potential efficiency over here, and then the yield. Here, still, the TOPCon will have the most higher yield in the turnkey solutions. And just like I mentioned, this is the low capital investment. And also, this is the dominant market that we have seen for the last few years. A little bit higher than the silver paste consumption, and a little bit higher in the labor here, but still, in the end, the low production cost is the main issue for TOPCon. So for this situation, now whatever the end product, which is modules, the all the installation will look at how many watts per module that can be delivered or to purchase. So at least 20, 25, or 30 years warranty. And not to mention for the perovskite, now it's still coming, not yet mature. But now the bifacial rate was go for 85% almost equivalent. And what we have provided is the production yield for the turnkey, more than 98% of the yield. And return on investment due to different market and still within 2 to 3 years. So what they said about our customer will say about their golden sample is not the average. So it's almost 20, close to 26 or 27 in certified from third-party institute. So they have various about many kinds of improvement for the TOPCon. And this is some forecast back in end of 23, which I look, this is a good expression about how the TOPCon will evolve. And in particularly to the next few years, that will still be the TOPCon and then the extra one over here. But all in all, it's all related to the open voltage. The larger the open voltage, the expected efficiency will be higher. And through the years for P to N, and then the PERT to TOPCon, and then the TBC, or even the other route for heterojunctions, and that'll be the HBC. But eventually, what we're seeing here is still the TBC will be dominating. The second, de facto standard. Selected PECVD process is the main process in producing TOPCon cells. For the last 2-3 years, we have sold so many TOPCon line in the world. This is the few major leading customer over here. We are dominating the PECVD solutions, and also part of the LPCVD solutions. So all in all, in here, you can see the ratio is 1 to 0.7. And this is another accumulation for the TOPCon methodologies. We provide the 95% for the PECVDs and also almost half of the LPCVD for the total solutions. And then we take about 72% of the share of the market. Compare with the process between by using PECVD tool or the LPCVD tool will be the three major steps that is different over here. So typically, actually, by adding PECVD has the advantage for in situ doping. So this is in detail for comparison, lower capital investment for the PECVD, and a consumable cost much lesser since the refurbish or the tube or the bolt lifetime is quite low according to our customers. We have a larger customer base, so we got this information. And for foreign installation, you still need to consider the downtime of your replacements, and also the long logistic issues, at least 2 to 3 months until you get the new tube. That's the main issue for the main productions. This is due to the high temperature process for the LPCVD, and also PECVD has the superior for the faster dope rate and also simple process without wraparound issues. So PECVD is for easy for the large scale productions. So this is just a picture showing the boat and the tube where they at and how complicated it is to do the exchange, refurbish, labor works, and also logistics. This is a basic comparison for the productivity by adopting PECVD and the LPCVD in the short 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. Actually, it's much faster for the production, and especially for the coarse tube, expensive. You will see as an example here about the 6 times larger by using LPCVDs. This is what we have done for the past few years for delivering the turnkey project for in the world. So more than 80 gigawatts we have been delivering, and the whole category of the customer base in the worldwide. Third, trustworthy. We are the number one in solar PV equipment industry. We are not only located in Shenzhen, we also locate another big factory in Changzhou. Don't even mention it is we have a Malaysia factory for the global support. 5,000 employees, more than 1,300 engineers, more than 1,200 patents, and we provided 100% self-made equipment and for not only TOPCon heterojunction, but also perovskite. So customer can do one-stop shopping over here. Not only for the equipment and process, we also gain the certification for the Global New Energy for the ESG Top 100 recognitions. So this is our more than 20-year development. The first 10 years, we become the major dominant equipment for the wet process equipment. So this is the more than 80% of the wet process. And the second decade, we have all the tube equipment supplier. So we are become the number one tube supplier in the world. And we have also all other horizontal and vertical platform for either perovskite heterojunction and also for the other platform for semiconductor or the vertical tube. So starting from very early, more than 10 years ago, we shipped out the first turnkey project, and now we have more than 16 or 20 turnkey projects in the world, not only in Europe, but also interesting to review, but we cannot say who. We are currently installed a perovskite turnkey in Japan. This is our revenue and also our CAGR increasingly boosting up. So that give you trust for we will survive and we will keep on blooming for the next few years and give you the good engineering support. This is some layer structure for the TOPCon. You can read it later, but nevertheless, it is the 100 years of the quantum tunneling. So what we have here is the tunneling oxide layer, 1.5 to 2 nanometer. So we have to keep it as thin as possible, but not very thin, in order to have all the some carriers to move and make the selections. Now we have provided 800 gigawatt level and provides average efficiency 25.5 for the turnkey line and also 98% yield companionships. For any new installations, we have a very strong intellectual property team to help you. First, you have to have the equipment process cell, also called the FTO, free to operate in advance. Otherwise, your end product will bump into some patent argument. So in this case, we have already fulfilled our wet, dry, and automation with all the renowned US law firm for their FTO certificate and support. So our customer and client will be no worry for the product that made from our tool. So there is some equipment layout tools over here, and this is our spectrum of the tool for TOPCon. This is the layout of the smart production line. In this case, we will cover not only for the highest cleanliness environment and fully automated AGV conductions, and also 100% we integrate our equipment to become the smart production line. Well, on the way, also we plus tube and bolt refurbishing equipment in-house. So you don't need to ship out all your bolts and tube for rebuild outside or in foreign countries. This is our solutions included the LECO as a standard solution and the EPD as a standard solution and the polyfinger as an option, because this is some technology that will increase the efficiency along the way. And for example, from our customer here, they have not yet put the polyfinger in mass production, but still they all reach 25.5% cell efficiency along with their own intellectual property. So what we are doing is we support all our customer for their patent structures. We give them the best equipment in the world to help them accomplish the average efficiency and the yield for their mass production in order to gain the fattest return on investment. So in this case, for example, the typical 132 half cell or 2/10 modules, these are their performance not only for 80 to 85 bifacial rate, but the power temperature coefficient is all within minus 0.29%, and especially for their module efficiency. So this is all very high. So this is their achievement. For the future, production optimization still look into the oxidation layer, sickness control, and also the dual peak, contact resistant, optical loss, and dual phase.
Homer, you have 1 more minute to finish.
Certainly, I'm in the ending. Okay. So this is what they are looking for their new technology, especially for Tongwei 905 technology, reaching higher module efficiency. And also Van der Hoef Research Institute had do some other issues, and the Jinko. In the end, who will be the best process better for future TBC? That we still look at the PECVD solutions for TOPCon, and then involved to the back contact. This is including the production line simplicity, in situ doping, scalable, and also the lower thermal budget, and also the adaptabilities. So we have the service along the global and the worldwide. So in the end, recap, TOPCon will still be dominant for the next 10 years. And the PECVD still is your major, it still is the major trend and your choice. But as in China SC, we provide all spectrum of the equipment according to client preference. We are the number one and the first tier in here. We will long-term supporting to you, and though we will continue assist customers to success. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Homer. So you really used out your time. I think there are few questions that are coming up in the chat. I already see a few. Would be great if you can, stay back, answer these questions while enjoying our conference. Thank you.
Certainly. Thank you. I will do that. Yes.